brought to you by Discovery. Well, it's a winding path that you need to follow to get back onto that sand.
And there's Ollie Leroux, famous Springbok prop.
Hey, it's tough, eh? It's first time, but still going.
It's good. Nice day. The rivers are killer, though. Almost drowned.
And certainly it is seeing former rugby players, be it rugby, cricket, whatever, taking part in this event that does great things for it. And one must also mention Discovery Health, their contribution. And just look at that. If he can do it, anybody can.
Tough, blistered, but it's nice.
It's exhausting. Cool. It's a lot of fun, a lot of people, massive vibe. It's wonderful, but exhausting.
Man, I'm tired. I don't know if I'm going to make it.
Well, out in front, the runners headed towards Nahoon. We've got Nabanda, the race leader, setting the pace very nicely indeed, and a real battle there developing between second and third. Michael Bailey in the red shirt and Melikaya Situba. They'll be fighting it out for that second place finish as we take a look at the aerials of that part of the world. It really is really stunning. And we can see the spectators are waiting for the first man to come through, and another river crossing here, Bruce.
The second one, not quite as bad as the first one. This is the Nahoon River, and one blessing, you can stand in the Nahoon River. You can't do that in the Kanubi.
What do you think Nobanda is going to be thinking at this moment? He's out in front there, looking good.
It's all over. He's won. It's 400 meters of thick sand and the finish tape.
And what a wonderful feeling it must be for him. Greeted by the applause. But meanwhile, in second place at the moment, we've got Michael Bailey. And it looks as though he's managed to fend off the challenge of Melikaya Situba, although he is right behind him. And this is very interesting indeed. And here we have the winner of the Discovery Surface Challenge 2010. It's Umluleki Nobanda.
Yeah, it's a horse race. But especially if you are preparing the big races like Pro Ocean, just because I'm preparing for running Pro Ocean.
And we see Michael Bailey now making his way out of the river, but right on his shoulder is the man in third place, Situba. And who is going to cross that finish line first? He needs to step it up here because Michael Bailey, too late, Michael Bailey has finished in second position. Congratulations to him.
It was tough. It was probably the toughest 18 Ks I've done. Sand was extremely soft. The rocky parts were virtually impossible. I twisted my ankle a few times, but I recovered, and luckily the tarred road helped me a bit. After the rocky section, it just helped me get my rhythm back and catch my breath again and ready for the sand, the last little section on the sand.
So Melikaya Situba finishing in third position in a time of 1 hour, 13 minutes and 10 seconds, a mere 12 seconds behind Bailey. As we see more of the front runners completing the grueling 17-kilometer course. Interesting to hear Nobanda saying that he was using this as training for Two Oceans.
This could also be breaking you for Two Oceans. It's that tough.
Well, I'm sure the finish line is going to be a very welcome sight there as you emerge from the water, and just a last bit of juice that you need to pour on to get to the end. Still looking back to see who's coming to pass him by. And a bit of assistance there from the rope as well. Why not? You can pull yourself out. Everybody certainly looks very exhausted indeed. As we take a look on the left-hand side there, Clinton Gravett, 21 years of age, the first surfer to finish in a time of 1:23.53. Of course, one of the events that has been taking place during the course of all of this and in the days leading up to it as well is the Wild Coast Challenge. And we'll see some of those competitors finishing now. They've been taking part in a 5-day event. Very impressive indeed.
Here's one of them. All my congratulations for how hard they've run.
We can see a very tired-looking Mike Farrow from New Balance there in the blue shorts. He'll be finishing in a short while as well. As we see Jessica Pollock there in the red vest, keeping her shoes out of the water, where they must surely be wet by now.
She took her shoes off on the sand, on the beach section, running to the Nahoon River. I saw her even more dispiriting because I was trying to catch her.
You're really bitter about this.
Very bitter.
As we see Jessica now with the really historic victory here, the 15-year-old looking very strong indeed, and what a fantastic prospect for the future. And Bruce!
Broken. and dispirited and cross.
But looking very good indeed nonetheless, and some happy faces there as well, making their way across the Nahoon River because the end is in sight. The end of a grueling 17 kilometers over very, very tough terrain indeed. And what a great achievement to be finishing this race.
You've come first, which is phenomenal. How was the run for you?
It was exhausting. The spring tide, it's terrible. Did it for my grandpa. He passed away on Wednesday, and they're dedicating the race to him.
Michael, I know you're probably watching. She did you proud. Well done, congratulations, and go and enjoy your celebration.
Thank you.
Indeed, as we see Steve Woods now. We saw him a little earlier on in the race. He'd been setting the pace and continuing to do so as he went on to win that particular category. More of the paddlers will be coming in now. Let's hear from Steve Woods.
It's really hard work paddling into the wind, but the doubles helped us out a lot. And yeah, we just hung in there and luckily got a wave right at the end, but it was very tactical and hard work.
Well, the sea looking very angry indeed on the day. Certainly very rough conditions. Was it quite windy out there, Bruce?
I didn't notice the wind so much, just the thick sand.
Okay, and here we have more finishers coming through. Glad, I'm sure. It's always a good idea to, compete in these events, but I think a lot of the time people forget that it is actually hard work out there.
Incredibly hard work, but this is the rewarding part. The last river crossing and then a short 400-meter run to the tape.
Player 23 has the first walker over the line.
Well done. First walker across. Nice one. How did it go? How was it?
It was tough. It was my second time this year. It was tough. The course, I know the course is so very tough.
So it's your second time. Where did you come last year?
I come first last year. It's my second win this year.
All right. Are you going to be back for a third time next year?
Yeah, I'm going to be back next year.
Greg, what on earth are you doing at a function like this?
Yeah, well, obviously I'm a surfer, and this is a run that raised money for the Surf Riding Association. And as you can see, the whole community gets together. It's a really fun day. All the walkers are going to come through to me, and I'm going to give them their tickets. I'm looking forward to it.
As we see more relieved runners who'll be glad that that is all over. Still a little bit of pep in their steps though, enough to run across towards the finish area. But of course, once the bug is bitten, you keep coming back for more. Bruce, you've done 4 already, huh?
Yes, and I'll come back for more.
And if the growth continues in this particular event, I can expect that we'll probably reach the 3,000 point next year. And there's a man who needs a little bit of assistance with his asthma pump. But crucial moments here for Jodie Foster of Discovery, the last woman through the cutoff point, and she'll be very glad to have made it through that.
Discovery is all about making people healthier. That's our core purpose. It's about making people healthier and protecting and enhancing their lifestyles. And this is the Surfers Challenge is really what we can showcase and tell the people out there in East London, the whole community and the wider community out there that are participating today, that this is really what we stand for.
Well, what a fantastic event this has been. The spectators coming out in full force to support the runners. And of course, both young and old coming out there.
And Leanne, there's a truly great party afterwards.
Here's a wrap of all the results for the various disciplines. So a great day was had by all. Congratulations to all the winners. And there were some very, very tired legs afterwards.
Very tough race. It was very hard. Tough race.
It was very tiring. My legs are very sore, but I'm very pleased that I finished it.
The race was so fun. It was so fun.
The first river was just horrific. I'm not being racist, but for black guys, it's really tough.
Thanks to Player 23 for doing all the interviews, and he has the final word.
It's so special to see how many guys got involved and to meet some sort of legends and surfing legends and running legends that are all prepared to come give of their time. And it's great to see how communities come together and sort of the fruits of the labour and how it's paid off. So it's been fantastic to be involved. It's been a good day and the hospitality has been phenomenal.
Thanks to all who got involved in this charity event. We'll see you again next year. This program was brought to you by Discovery.